Doctor's voice echoed in her mind.
I'm sorry, Risi, you won't be able to have children anymore.
Her heart raced, and for a moment, everything went still. The walls seemed to close in on her. How did it come to this? How did a young girl with dreams and hopes lose it all for a boy who vanished the moment she needed him the most? To understand this, we need to go back to when Risi first met DAYO. My dear viewers, you must have been wondering what happened to the relationship between Risi and DAYO. Well, keep listening to the story. But before I continue, please do well to click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel. So now let's go back to the story. Risi, a beautiful, innocent girl, was just a 16-year-old when she met DAYO. She was full of life. And then she met DAYO, a charming, older, mysterious, handsome boy. He swept her off her feet, whispering sweet promises of a future together. But not all promises are meant to be kept. At first, it was perfect and their relationship was going very smooth. He made her feel special like the only girl in the world. But soon, cracks began to appear. He became distant, secretive, only showing up when it suited him. And then, the first sign of trouble came. Risi was pregnant. Her world turned upside down. She was scared, too scared to tell her parents, too scared to think about the future. And when he told DAYO, his boyfriend, his response was so cold and heartless. Get rid of that thing as soon as possible, because I am not ready to be a father now, he said. The second day, they visited the clinic together, where DAYO is consoling her and telling her it was the best decision to take. The clinic was small. First abortion left her broken, but DAYO convinced her it was for the best. And she trusted him. Even though his presence grew fainter with each passing day, but it didn't end there, because DAYO keeps having her more with romantic words, and then she got pregnant again and again. Risi aborted the pregnancy countless times, but this time DAYO was nowhere to be found. Each time she was left more isolated, more lonely and scared. And then came the pain. She had a very sharp pain, unbearable pain, and almost lost her life. But this time, Risi had to go to the hospital all by herself because she couldn't even know the whereabouts of her boyfriend. At the hospital, the doctor brings out her results. The doctor's words cut deeper than any knife. His face was grave. Risi, he said softly.
Risi, you have several abortions, haven't you? The damage is too severe and it has affected your womb.
He bursted into tears. The room spun. Risi felt like the walls were closing in on her. How had she let it get to this point? How had she thrown her life away for someone who did not even care about her? The consequences of her choices hit her hard. She realized she had been chasing a dream that wasn't even real, following promises that were never going to be kept. Moved on with his life, probably with someone new, while she was left with the permanent scars of her decisions, her future stolen by the choices she had made, and by the boy she had trusted. Later, Risi's parents eventually found out. They were heartbroken, not just because of what she had done, but did not discuss anything with them. All this while, too afraid to come to them for help. Her mother cried for days, and her father could not look her in the eye for weeks. In the months that followed, Risi tried to pick up the pieces of her life. She went back to school, focused on her studies, and stayed far away from relationships. But no matter how hard she tried to forget, the pain remained a constant reminder of the price she had paid. The worst part was the silence, the quiet moments in her room when she would imagine a future she could never have, a family, children, the laughter of little ones running around. It was a dream that was gone forever, and she had no one to blame but herself. She watched her friends, moved on, started a families, while she was left with empty arms, all because of DAYO. All because she had believed in a love that never existed. Years later, Risi met a kind man. He loved her despite her past, despite her scars, but when it came to time to start a family, Risi had to tell him the truth. She could see the sadness in his eyes, the disappointment, but he stayed. They adopted children, and while it brought some joy into her life, nothing could fill the void of what she had lost, because she regretted every step she had taken when she was a teenager and the pain of not having children of her own. She had learned her lesson the hard way, and now her story serves as a warning to the young girls of our community. I would also tell you, as a young girl and teenager, don't be fooled by sweet words. Don't give away your future to someone who won't be there when it matters. But the truth is, for Risi, the price was already paid, and no one could give her back what was taken. The price of love can sometimes be too high to bear. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this story, and please kindly support me by subscribing to my channel if you haven't, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell to get notified when I post a new interesting stories. See you in my next video. Bye bye.